I'm Dr. Richard Lipman. We previously spoke when I introduced you to my diet plan over Zoom. Because there was so much information, I have picked the 6 most important screenshots and added narration to help you make the changes needed for fast and safe weight loss. In a day or two, you will receive all of the information, including all of the pictures of the food and extra information that you will need to achieve fast weight loss. The calories for weight loss are approximately 1,100 for women and 1,450 for men, depending upon age, activity, and starting weight. The total net carbs for both men and women should be approximately 50 grams per day, and the total protein as high as possible, between 70 and 150 grams per day. The calories for each meal are given at the top of the food menu and are different for men and women. The plan is designed to provide you with 2 to 3 pound weight loss per week, with more at the start and less towards the end. Let's start with breakfast. In breakfast, it's all about protein and the control of the whole day's food. Metabolism plays a part, but only minimal. Protein should be at least 12 grams or more to ensure fullness and better choices at lunch. Here's breakfast on the Miami diet plan. This is the calories for a woman: 1,100 to lose, 1,650 to maintain. A man would be 1,450 and approximately 2,000. Each woman has 2 choices, and the calories should be no more than approximately 180 calories for the whole meal. 2 eggs and a piece of toast make a good choice. A piece of cheese could be added. An omelet is a very good choice. We suggest you avoid foods that have high sugar, like most cereals. You could use a protein shake. You could use a protein bar. One of my favorite selections is the Too Good yogurt with 2 grams of sugar and 15 grams of protein. Other choices are all of these cheese choices, which could be combined with the toast. A thin bagel with some ham and cheese might make another good choice. Here are some typical breakfasts. Other people in a rush who end up at fast food restaurants for breakfast might take a look at some of the frozen breakfasts that are available at Publix. Look for items that are 200 calories or less. Some are very high. Coffee and tea are free. Add a low sugar, low fat cream. There are many, many low sugar or no sugar drinks available. Avoid orange juice and any drink with high sugar. There are many fruits available. We'll look at fruits later. Having a cup of coffee and a juice is not breakfast, and that will lead to hunger later in the day. The minimal meal for breakfast includes such things as a piece of cheese, an apple, a yogurt. Here are some of the breads that are appropriate in this diet plan. All are about 40 to 50 calories and contain 5 to 7 net carbs. Many people are very wary of bread because of the carb problem. There are breads that are high and there are breads that are low. They make a great addition to the breakfast. These are some wraps, which we'll show you again later in another slide. Let's move to lunch. Lunch is a small meal of the day made out of cold food that's usually served cold, such as a sandwich, a wrap, a salad. You want to be easy on the mayo. A small amount is okay. Mustard would be a much better choice. Here's a typical lunch made with a wrap. Jimmy John's offers a wrap where they're using lettuce instead of bread, which brings the calories very low. Subway is another choice. A sandwich and a salad would work. Notice there's no rice, there's no pasta, there's no potatoes, there's no chicken. These are high-calorie items with high carbs that are usually served hot. We want cold food. Of course, any of these things could be warmed up. You could have a lunch-to-go kit or a yogurt with some fruit or just a protein shake. instead. Or combine these together if you're very hungry. Okay, the whole concept is to keep this meal low enough, between 350 and 450, that you can have a larger meal later in the day. Snacks are very important in this diet, especially if you're going to reduce lunch. These include things with protein. Let's get as much as 12 grams of protein per item. One of my favorite choices is to make a wrap and have a part of it left over as a snack. A yogurt would work, so would all these cheeses, depending upon where you're at. Portable foods for snacks include cheeses, chips, and bars. Here are the food that we like for dinner. Dinner is much easier than you think. The vegetables and the salads are free. So is the soup. Fish and chicken, if you don't fry it, has very little portion limitation. Of course, you can't eat a whole chicken, but you can eat a third of a chicken. The real problems come up in here with the carbs. A plate of pasta can easily be 1,500 calories. Best choices are the baked potato and the sweet potato. Worst choices are the rices and the pasta. We have used these veggie carbs as replacements for these carbs. Here's a picture of the zucchini lentil pasta being used as a side dish, along with some fish and some beans. Here's the cauliflower rice, which is very low, as a side dish with some chicken dishes. They're even low carb, fairly appetizing TV dinners that you might think about. Here are some of the veggie carbs that we like to replace the regular carbs. Here are the snacks in this diet. Okay, we have sweet snacks, salty snacks, any kind of snack. Snacks should be approximately 120 calories. Women can pick 2, men can pick 3. Sugar-free cookies are good choices, but you have to watch the portion. A better choice is having these ice cream bars, which are frozen. If you like salty snacks, we like these Quest chips, which you've seen in the app previously, or any of these other chips and popcorn. The whole secret is having portion control. One of my new favorites is the popcorn in little packages of 100 calories each. Some of these are getting hard to find with the recent crises, so this is easy to find. These boxes, and you can make 1 or 2 or even 3 100-calorie hot popcorn packages. Few people will make more than 2. Chocolate comes in many forms, including chocolate candy like this and this from Atkins seems to make the best. Plus many protein bars, which are available on the app as well. Here's some of the cheese. There are a bunch of free snacks, all about 20 or 30. Here are products that are specific for this diet. Here are the bread products. They're all around 40 calories. Whether they're whole wheat or white is much less important than the calories and the carbs. Here are some of the wraps. The lowest wrap of all is this Olay from Extreme Wellness. Here are the carbs. The carbs come out in 3 different levels. The really bad ones are across the top with 37 to 40 net carbs. The worst of all are the pasta because of the problems with portioning. A little lower is quinoa, the couscous, and the beans. Few people will eat a whole plate of couscous as they will eat a whole plate of pasta. It's a little bit lower, but it's not ultra low. Here is the sweet potato, baked potato. They're much lower, but they're also less portion. But it's easy to divide a sweet potato and a potato in half and just eat half, as compared to pasta. These are the artificial carbs that you saw previously. The fruits are interesting because here's an area and the vegetables where you can have unlimited portions. We're not very worried about vegetables. The differences between beets and carrots and maybe tomatoes will have a little bit more sugar. It's too much effort and takes too much time to try to worry about them. So let's just make all the vegetables free all day. The differences are immaterial. The same thing with the fruits. The fruits that are a little lower in sugar are the non-tropical ones, like blueberries and strawberries and cherries. Raspberries, probably the lowest. You can eat as much of these as you want. Day, night. The grapefruit, oranges, pears are also low, as much as you want. There's a few fruits, however, that have a lot of sugar, like bananas and mangoes and pineapples, which they're mostly tropical, and we would like to avoid them. This includes dried fruit too. We use the glycemic index to characterize these fruits because they don't have labels on them. Here are the best cheeses. The trick in cheeses is getting the right portion. It doesn't really matter whether it's no fat or low fat. The differences are really minimal. What's important is your ability to control the portion. Using cheeses wrapped up in packages, although they may not be the best cheese, makes weight loss so much easier. To get these products, you can go to Publix, and this is a Publix shopping list that you can download of the most recent from this website. It's really a shortened list, and it's bit.ly/Lipman list. You can find the other products which you saw recently in our presentation by downloading my app. Type Richard Lipman in the search on the App Store or the Google Play, and open up the Miami Diet Plan, and you will see on the first page all of the great products. This is a summary of the 7 or 8 most important slides so you can get started immediately on your diet. You can download all of the slides from the key given to you in the email announcing this. Those are without narration currently. You will receive in 1 or 2 days all of the hard copies of this information. Good luck, and feel free to call us if you have any questions.